Hello everyone, I'm going to show you how to use this template for the boards. I'm sorry if my audio cuts out, it's a little bit dodgy, but we're going to try and power through anyway. Okay, so if you don't have Dropbox linked, you can just download all of these straight in onto your own computer. But first thing, so just download everything in the folder. Don't worry about this one if you're using a current version of InDesign. This is just a reference PDF. It's just a PDF of the template. But most of you will click on the Fine Line Exhibition Board template. But yeah, before you do that, actually, just go through and install all of these fonts. Not all of them are actually used, but better safe than sorry. So just install them all. So do that and then open up your template. It'll automatically open up an untitled version of it, so you won't be saving over anyone's work. Just save it as your own name on your own computer, and we'll package it at the end. I'll talk about that later. So you can see all these guidelines on it. That's just a bit of a grid I've set up to help anyone who wants to design to a grid. If you press W, you'll toggle between like a preview mode and the guidelines mode, and then if you press Shift W, you go to like a full screen preview. Now this is the case for Windows. The Shift and the Control and the Alt is going to be different in Mac. I'm sorry, I don't know what they are, but you'll probably be able to figure it out. Okay, so once you're in here, I've just put some stuff there, but we can delete it for now. First thing you can do is change your name. A lot of this stuff is locked. You can't actually touch it. You can only touch your contact information, the photo, and the name. Try not to move anything. So my name is Brioni in capitals. If you've got a really, just stretch it out if it does that. Doesn't matter. We just want it to be within the grey. If you've got a really long name, that is, it's really dodgy, but just make it smaller until it fits. If you've got a name like Apuna Hasa Peter Pedalon, then drop it down and you'll just have to have less contact information, I guess, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Name. Yeah, just put in any contact information. There's no strict guidelines on this, email, mobile, portfolio if you've got one. If you want to put Instagram on there, be my guest. Okay, so I'm going to bring my guidelines back. Now it's time to start dropping in your images. These are from my project. This will certainly not be my final board. Over here, if you're not familiar with InDesign, these are frames, and you can just kind of draw a frame, or I guess it's a frame. And when you drag in an image, and it's important to drag in, don't copy and paste in, because when you drag something in, it automatically links it to the file, and copy and paste, I don't think it does. So we want them to link. We want the image to link into the folder. That's one of the good things about InDesign, is that's its way of having really small file sizes, because all of your other files associated with it are linked in, not like completely in the actual like image. It's confusing, but anyway. Yes, so you can just create frames and drop them in, or you can also drop them straight in, and it'll just be come up the logical size. If you've got really small images, mine are pretty, they'll look really low res on here because this is a preview mode. I think you'll find when you kind of go into the full screen preview, it'll be better actually. Yeah, it will be higher res, but don't stretch out your images. Usually when you drop them in, it should drop in at their original size. Usually, I feel like these are bigger. Maybe they're not. Oh well. Let me try another one. Oh, yep, that one's a massive one. Okay, so they should be dropping in at their original size, whatever that is. That's very concerning. I don't know why they're so small. Oh well. Yeah, you can adjust these. Quick hot tip on InDesign. When you click with the black arrow, you get a blue frame, and that moves your frame around. And when you use your white arrow, the orange box will come up, and that frames around the picture within your frame. And then once you change that, you know, you can move around just the image inside the frame. It takes a little bit of getting used to, I'm not gonna lie, but it's fairly clever, an easy way to crop things once you get it working for you. Okay, so once you've got a couple of images in there or whatever you want to do, I'm going to put in some other types of images, maybe some materials, and maybe a floor plan. You can arrange them in whatever way you want. Be creative. Don't be boring. Be creative. This is very boring right now. This looks awful. Oh my god. Okay, it's an example, alright. It's not the finest example of my work, I must admit. Anyway, text. So I've set up paragraph styles which automatically have the right text size in them. Here's some body text for us. I've just copied and pasted that into the internet, but you'll see this little paragraph styles box. If I click on body text, it will come up the right size and format and everything like that. And let's say I want a title saying I can't actually spell anyway. Then you go subheading, and we automatically have a little paragraph. I might change this typeface, I'm not sure yet. Haven't really had much time to make this beautiful. What I've done here with the typefaces, this could potentially change this weekend when I do some print tests. I might find that a lighter version of this is a bit better than the heavier one, I don't know. But if you need to do this now, by all means use these paragraph styles, and what you can do is package it all up, and like all the links, it'll package all the photos with the InDesign file, and I'll just go in and change the like text for you. Hopefully it won't change the design too much. If it does, I will do my best to make sure it still looks, you know, to your original intent. Okay, so once we got that there, you know, do some more text, whatever you want, whatever you feel. Okay, so that's done apparently. Oh, if you can't find where this is, you just go Window, Styles, Paragraph Styles. Okay, so now first of all, we're just going to save it because you'll need to save it somewhere. Save it wherever. Put your name in so it's pretty clear. Boards. Just have you can put whatever you want in, but just have your name at the front. Save. Then go File, Package. Now just do this at the very end. You don't need to do this every time you save. You know, you can work on this for however long you want, but just package it at the end. And hopefully we won't need to like go in and edit anything. But this is just a way of keeping all the links together. Yeah, just go Package. Name it whatever you want. Continue. Save it wherever. Okay. Alright. Now if we go wherever you saved it, it'll have a whole new folder, which will be the package of your work. So it'll have the fonts, the links, and a PDF version, which is what we will print, by the way. Me and the girls, we won't go into your InDesign file unless we have to. When I say have to, I mean like something has really gone wrong, or you're overseas. Yeah, we'll just be printing this straight away for most people. Yeah, okay, so once you've done that, put it in your own Dropbox folder and then send us a link to that, because if we put them all back in the folder where you got this template from, I highly doubt, I think I'm going to max out my capacity. So just put it in your own and then link us that folder. I don't know and if you don't know how to do that, all you need to do is go share folder options, copy link, and then send it to us. And that'll come up with pretty much exactly this, and we'll just use that, print that PDF. And that's that. That is that. I hope that was fairly straightforward. Email me, or no, please don't email me. I don't check my emails. Send me a message on Facebook if you have any questions, preferably with screen captures of any problems. I'm a big fan of the snipping tool because I'm not very good at reading, but I'm really good at seeing images. So yeah, screen cap any problems you have, send them to me. I'll try and troubleshoot them. If there really is some dramatic issue, I sense that there will be problems with typefaces, and potentially images linking, and I can't help it if your images are too small. Obviously, I've probably made a bit of a boo-boo here and they've ended up too small. But yeah. Good luck. Happy holidays.